With experience comes wisdom, and by making tons of really dumb money mistakes in my lifetime, I have learned to stop spending money on these 7 things. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tay from Financial Tortoise. Here, I make videos about personal finance, investing, and all other interesting things related to money, all the while surviving in a multi-generational family. If these are topics that interest you, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. And if you have yet to download your free copy of Standard Generation's Guide to Financial Security, 10 Steps to Securing Your Family's Financial Future, please go to my website at financialtortoise.com and do so. I send out weekly newsletters with other great tips on mastering your money, and I wouldn't want you to miss them. The first thing I stopped spending money on is alcohol. It's not like I used to drink excessively, but as I got older, I realized I did it more as a social behavior rather than something that I really enjoy. I firmly believe that money should be spent on things you really love. It doesn't just exist so that you can hoard a pile of it until the day you die. Ramit Sethi is famous for a saying, spend extravagantly on the things you love and cut costs mercilessly on the things that you don't. But if you want to spend extravagantly on the things you love, you need to learn to cut back on the things that you aren't too excited about. And thankfully, alcohol was one of those items I realized I didn't love that much. According to some surveys, millennials tend to spend on average $300 a month on alcohol. This comes out to close to $4,000 annually. If you aren't in love with alcohol, just imagine what you could do with $4,000 annually. Even if we cut back half, we're talking about $2,000 we can either invest or spend on things we truly get excited about. The second thing I stopped spending money on is gym membership. I know many people did this during the pandemic because they were forced to, but these days with so many good exercise resources online, I feel like gym membership is starting to become a legacy of the past. Some surveys show that only 18% of people who pay for a gym membership actually uses it. And interestingly, this is actually part of many gyms' business models. If everyone who had a gym membership actually came to a gym regularly, it wouldn't be able to fit everyone in. It banks on the fact that only a small percentage of people who sign up for a gym membership actually shows up to the gym. Both my wife and I have canceled our gym membership many years ago, and we haven't looked back since. Instead, I invested in a nice squat rack from Rogue Fitness that would likely last me until the rest of my life. Look out, kids, you get to inherit this baby when your old man dies. And my wife uses a self-paced yoga app for her exercise at home. We both love the convenience and the privacy of working out at home. And with young kids, it actually allows us to fit workout into our daily schedule. Number 3 thing I stopped spending money on is eating out, specifically during weekdays when I'm working. I don't know where I got this notion from, but I used to think that packing lunch to work was what poor people did. I know, a crazy idea, right? For some reason, I couldn't imagine successful, wealthy people packing lunch. You see it in movies all the time. Successful corporate professionals eating a nice, expensive meal at a fancy restaurant during lunchtime. But with time, I realized that if I really wanted to be wealthy and successful, I needed to stop trying to look like one and actually be one by packing my lunch. I'm proud to say that I actually meal prep all my lunches now. Not only does it save money, but it also saves time and is much healthier than what I would be eating out. It's not like I don't enjoy eating out at times. My wife and the kids love a good restaurant. But because it isn't something we do every day, when we do go out to eat, we actually enjoy it. The 4th thing I stopped spending money on is clothes. No, I do have some clothes, but it's a once in a while occasion rather than frequently. Similar to the crazy idea of needing to eat out if I wanted to be rich, I applied the same mindset to clothes throughout my 20s and 30s. You hear phrases like dress to success, or you can tell a lot about a man by his belt and his shoes. I don't know why I thought these phrases applied to me, especially when I didn't have much money. It's embarrassing to say, but at one point I had custom tailored suits and dress shirts made with my initials on them. I don't know where I got this idea from. Maybe I saw it in a movie or something. But deep down, because I didn't have real wealth, I was essentially trying to overcompensate for my insecurities. I'm sure if you've seen a lot of my videos, you notice that I wear the same shirt in all of them. If you look at my closet now, you'll see I actually have multiple identical shirts. I think I go clothes shopping once a year now, and if my wife or I see something that's on sale, I just grab several of them to last me for years. Not only does this save me money, but it saves me a lot of time because I don't need to spend brain space thinking about what I'm going to wear that day. Steve Jobs was known for wearing the same outfit every day because it reduced decision fatigue. Similarly, I'd rather not only save money, but save mental bandwidth for more important decision making throughout the day. And please don't take this as you shouldn't care about clothes if you love fashion. My wife is the complete opposite of me, and I completely support her love of fashion. It's something she loves to prioritize in her spending. For me, it just doesn't give me the same level of spark. So I decided to wear the same outfit every day and save my money for things that I genuinely love spending money on. Number 5 thing I stopped spending money on is a bit controversial, but it's a family pet. Both my wife and I grew up with family pets, and we did have a family dog before our children were born. But when my son was born, we realized we couldn't give her the proper love and care that she deserved. Thankfully, we found her a loving home, and she's been well looked after ever since. And some of the side benefit of not having a family pet currently is not having all the associated expenses. Dog food, veterinary bill, grooming, and everything else related to caring for a pet. We might get a pet someday as the kids get older, but right now we don't spend money on one, and I'm kinda liking the savings. Number 6 item I stopped spending money on is on flight and hotels. And this is because several years back I discovered something called travel hacking. The basic premise of travel hacking is that when you open specific credit cards that have specific sign-up bonuses, as long as you hit the minimum spend, you can get thousands of points that can be applied to free hotels and airfare. I've been able to take my family to places like Hawaii, Korea, and Seattle at a fraction of the cost because I could offset the hotel and airline costs with these points. And I timed the opening of these credit cards with any major upcoming payments, like my biannual insurance premium or annual property tax payments. You don't want to fabricate expenses to hit these minimum spends. You want to align them with any major expenses you would have paid for anyways. You're just getting additional benefits with good timing. Just to give you a scale of how effective these points could be, for our 10-year anniversary, my wife and I were able to go to a fancy resort in Big Sur called Ventana. An all-inclusive, adults-only resort along the coast of Big Sur. Now, the retail cost of a room there, if you can believe it, is $2,700 per night. For 3 nights, that comes out to $8,100. And that doesn't even include taxes and resort fees. Do you want to know what I paid in cash to stay there for 3 nights? Wait for it. $50. In points, it was 30,000 points per night. But most of it was accrued via the sign-up bonus that I talked about earlier. It does take a bit of work in keeping yourself organized, but I would gladly trade a bit of work if I can get an $8,000 experience for $50. Number 7 thing I stopped spending money on is another controversial item, but it's on gifts. It's estimated that consumers spend up to $1,000 annually on gifts and other holiday items. Gary Chapman talks about in his book, The 5 Love Languages, how we all give and receive love in 5 different ways. And gift giving is just one of them. The other 4 being words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and physical touch. I used to think buying and giving gifts was the only way to express love. And the consumer-centric marketing machine perpetuates this myth because it's best for the company's bottom line, not your bottom line. However, if we genuinely want to express love to our family and friends, it actually serves them better to find out if they actually like receiving gifts. And most often, you'll be surprised to find that gifts might not be on the top of their list. I realized this with my own family. I didn't know if it has to do with our life stage or just personal preference, but I realized that my parents didn't really care for gifts. Rather, they wanted more quality time with the family during holidays or birthdays. And even with my wife, you'll definitely judge me for doing this, but we came to an agreement that cold hard cash is the best form of gift for both of us. We get to pick what we really want and don't have to stress out about trying to guess what the other person really wants. Yes, am I unromantic? Do I have no style? Guilty to all of them. But it's worked for us for the past 10 years, and cross my fingers, hopefully for the next 50 years as well. At this point, it might sound like I don't like buying anything. I mean, what husband gives cash to his wife on her birthday, right? But I firmly believe in prioritizing our spending so we can maximize our spending on items that truly bring us joy. I don't want to spend money on things because of social expectations or my insecurities. Rather, I want to spend money on things that really get me excited. And as Marie Kondo would say, spark joy. If you'd like to learn more about what I actually love spending money on, check out my video here where I go over my 5 weird things I love spending money on. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, all the best.